Hey guys, what is up? A very good morning and welcome to a new daily market outlook in which I'm going to be discussing the major dollar pairs, gold and the dollar index. So without further ado, let's just dive straight in. We have no time to lose. Okay guys, so let's start off with the dollar index. So the dollar index currently, and as of yesterday, of course, pushed up slightly higher as pretty much expected in towards that area of supply which I noted out. So I absolutely love what has been happening over here. Why? Well, because we took out this liquidity which was over here, and we also took out the liquidity above this swing high over here. So I always use the swing highs to identify my areas of liquidity. Furthermore, we had a very obvious trend line in towards the downside. As you guys can see, a 1, 2, 3, third trend line rejection, and after that a spike up to grab the liquidity of all the stop losses which were located above. So yeah, a perfect retracement back up in towards that area of supply, and we could see a further push back down in towards either this swing low in my opinion or this area of demand over here. Not actively using the dollar index to trade with, but I will be using it as confluence for my trades itself. For the rest, we're just located inside of this massive range still from this swing low over here towards this swing high. So I'm not really trading it in any way possible, but I just mark out my areas of liquidity, of supply and demand, and I will be looking to trade those levels on, let's say, euro dollar. So just using this as an additional confluence. So for now, we could see a push back down after we tapped in towards this supply as mentioned yesterday. So yeah, without further ado, let's head over to our first pair, which is Aussie dollar. Okay guys, so Aussie dollar, and what has been going on Aussie dollar. So as we can see, we've pushed up as expected. So beautiful price action. Essentially what has been happening is that we took out all the liquidity below this swing low over here. So we had a clean move to our left, and when you have these clean moves within the market, what you'll often see is that on that swing low right before that clean move, you will get kind of like a liquidity hunt, and that will cause a reversal back up in towards the upside. So as we can see, we saw a reaction from my area of supply. However, I did not trade this area. Why did I not trade it? Well, mainly due to the fact, because of the fact that we did not have any liquidity building up in this leg in towards the downside. So for now, what I'm expecting, well, I'm expecting this descending correction to break up in towards the highs, and for us to take out this swing high over here at around, what is it, 0.725, yes, 0.725 approximately, just to grab the liquidity which has been building up above this trend line. That's my expectation for now. If we dive quickly in towards the lower time frame, have a quick look at the 15-minute, what we can see over there is that supply was continuously in control, in the sense that we had supply over here, supply gets respected. We had supply over here, supply gets respected. Then we had supply over here, essentially supply got respected. Then supply over here, supply got rejected. So this could mean that the supply chain is now failing, and we could see that further push back up in towards the highs. So that's kind of what I'm waiting for at the moment, to see if we can take out that swing high which is located over here at 0.72488. Once that swing high has been taken out, then dive in towards the lower time frame to see if we get that trend switch to then take those shorts. Of course, it could dump right back down in towards lows from this specific area. However, I know that the probability is high that we're at least going to take out this swing high before seeing a real dump commence. So yeah, that's Aussie dollar. Let's head over to our next pair, which is euro dollar. And euro dollar, guys. So euro dollar has been consolidating as of yesterday. Not much going on. Really interesting though to see is that we took out this swing low over here at around 1.12751, and that demand is still holding. So what I really like about that is that it could signify a potential push back up in towards the highs. Furthermore, we do not have to forget that our swing range is bullish, right? So this is our swing low over here. This is our current swing high up above over here. So what could this mean? Well, if we quickly were to draw in a fib tool and use that as premium versus discount, what we can then, and I don't know why it's not loading. Okay, well, that's just TradingView glitching. But what you'll probably see is that, or what you will see essentially, is that this is approximately the equilibrium of the range, or the 618 fib I think it's just a little bit lower than 618, but this is at least the EQ, so the 50% mark of the range, and we'll often see that in a range, the 50% mark will act as an area of strong support. So that's kind of what I'm expecting. After liquidity was grabbed over here, hitting the EQ, we could now potentially see a push back up in towards this area of supply, and then potentially a further dump. That this low has not yet been taken out is kind of a bummer. I would have preferred to see this low get taken out if we were looking for higher probability shorts from up above over here, excuse me, because for now this is kind of like your liquidity sweep above all the highs, grabbing the liquidity of the stop losses which lay above, and that could then fuel the move further in towards the downside. However, for higher probability shorts, you want to be taking out as much lows as possible and making this as strong supply as possible. So yeah, that's kind of my only concern for now. For the rest, yeah, it's looking pretty nice after that liquidity grab down below over here, but essentially anything could happen for now. All I know is that we are consolidating over here, and I am expecting a big move to come into towards the market soon, either in towards this demand. If we move in towards that demand, I will be looking for short-term long plays. If we move in towards this supply, if we get correct confirmation, I will be looking for those short plays. So yep, that's essentially it. Just waiting for the consolidation area to start breaking out. So yeah, without further ado, let's go to pound dollar. So pound dollar, guys, and pound dollar yesterday was pretty interesting. We had some nice setups on the lower time frame coming from 4-hour and daily supply. I went in towards the 1 hour. I know some people who took some nice shorts over here. And essentially what we saw on the 1 hour was that we had a beautiful uptrend, right? Uptrend, then low over here, low over here. All these lows gets broken after this massive impulse in towards the downside. What caused these lows to get taken out? That was this area of supply within the market. So as we can see, the market pushes down, comes back in towards supply, and we see a beautiful bearish reaction from there. So there was a nice trade on the lower time frame. You could have taken it on the 5 or the 15. I'm not going to really dive in towards that setup. You can look at your own chart in a sec. But yeah, this area of 4-hour demand was still untouched. Therefore, it was still a possibility of us pushing down lower in towards that area of demand. But as you guys know, pound dollar structure is not that clean on the 4-hour mainly. Looking at this 4-hour, I just don't really like what I'm seeing at the moment. So yeah, I'm just preferably going to be staying out. For now, it seems as if we do want to push up higher. I'll just be waiting to see how this 4-hour demand reacts further. It seems for now that this 4-hour demand kind of has been filled completely, in the sense that all orders have been taken out of it, excuse me, over here. Now twice a tap into it, so I'm not really putting any value to that area of supply anymore. I'm now kind of focusing on this higher area of supply within this daily area of supply. So this 4-hour area of supply has been untouched still, so we could still see a push in towards there. And then I'll wait for a reaction to look for potential shorts. But again, this could just be the liquidity building for that overall push up higher in towards that area of best supply and highest value. So this area. Yeah. So yep, that's essentially pound dollar. Not really actively trading just because of the ugly structure that we're currently seeing. Could still grab all the liquidity above the highs, because essentially this high is kind of the same as this high, So all these highs liquidities could be swept, or all this liquidity above these highs could be swept to grab that extreme area of supply to then cause, let's say, the real dump back down in towards the lows. So yeah, I'm just going to be waiting for a 4-hour structural change. For now, 4-hour is still bullish because this low never got closed below. So we're just following the bullish order flow. For now, we have to take out this swing high over here. If we can close above that swing high, then we have a confirmed bullish 4-hour, and then I'll be looking for longs from this area of 4-hour demand. So yeah, that's it for pound dollar. Let's head over to Kiwi dollar. And Kiwi dollar, guys. So Kiwi dollar, kind of the same as on Aussie dollar in some form. As you guys probably know, I was waiting for this area of supply to get hit. However, what you at times will see is that that area does not get hit. Why? Well, because this entire area of consolidation is essentially your supply. So this kind of like box over here, if we then put it to the right, what you'll see is we come in towards the box, and from there we reject. However, I always refine my areas of supply and demand to 1 or 2 candles So in this particular situation, I would adjust it to this one candle over here. So for now, what do I view this high as? Well, I see this as liquidity. So what I potentially would love to see is one more push up, take out this high over here, and then the real dump to commence. And this just can be seen, or could be seen, as liquidity building for the potential real move down once we move up a little bit higher, because we still haven't swept the liquidity of this high, as you can see with this high over here. So there's still a probability of us coming up higher. For the rest, we have some 4-hour demand inside this candle, not strong because it hasn't achieved anything. Furthermore, we are still bearish from over here to over here because this low hasn't been closed below. This is just liquidity being swept. So yeah, for now, until we close underneath this low, I'm still looking for shorts from that blue zone. Once we close underneath, no shorts on the board anymore for me personally. So yeah, let's head over to gold. And gold, guys, so gold has been moving up higher beautifully from this area of demand on the 4-hour. Yeah, absolute stunner, as we can see. Beautiful bullish order flow, diving in towards the lower time frame. At the moment, what are we seeing? This over here has just been consolidating in this range. Yeah, not much going on. Wouldn't be surprised if we start taking out this low over here at around 1811. Yeah, very ugly on the lower time frame in my opinion. By the way, diving in towards the 1 hour, the 15-minute, we're currently not really reacting to anything. So 5-minute, is there anything? Yeah, so look, we have, no, not even. So we're not really reacting to anything, maybe on the 1 minute even, but I'm not really seeing why we're reacting inside of this clean move to our left. But yeah, that's gold at times. For now, what am I waiting for? Not much, to be honest. I would love to see kind of a sustained bullish order flow, some scalps on the lower time frame, trading it up higher in towards potentially that area of supply over here. So yeah, that's it for gold, guys. From my side, I hope you guys enjoyed this video as per usual, hopefully. Wish you all a fantastic day, and if you have any questions, as per usual, make sure to send me a message. Thanks, guys.